Canto 4, Chapter 25, the descriptions of the characteristics of King Puranjana. Text 6. Fourth Canto, 25th Chapter, text 6. गृहेषु कूटधर्मेषु पुत्रदाराधनार्थदे न परं विन्दते मूढो भ्रामयन् संसारवर्त्मषु गृहेषु कूटधर्मेषु पुत्रदाराधनात् धनार्थधी न परं विन्दते मूढो भ्रामयन् संसारवर्त्मसु गृहेषु कूटधर्मेषु पुत्रदाराधनार्थदे अपरं विन्दते मूढो भ्रामयन् संसारवर्त्मसु. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Those who are interested only in a so-called beautiful life, namely remaining those who are interested only in a so-called beautiful life, namely remaining as a householder entangled by sons and a wife and searching after wealth, think that such things are life's ultimate goal. Such people simply wander different types of bodies throughout the material existence without finding out the ultimate goal of purpose. Those who are too much attached to family life, which consists of entanglement with wife, children, wealth, and home, are engaged in Kuta Dharma, pseudo duties. Prahlad Maharaj has likened these pseudo occupational duties to a dark well. Andhakupam. Prahlad has purposefully spoken of this dark well because if one falls into this well, he will die. He may cry for help, but no one will hear him or come to rescue. The words Ramayan Sansara Vartmashu are significant. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 19:151, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very clearly explains Brahmanda Brahmita Kona Bhagyavanaji. All the living entities are wandering in different types of bodies throughout different planets. And if in the course of their wanderings they come in contact with a devotee by the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, their lives become successful, even though King Prachin Parishad was engaged in fruitive activity. The great sage Narada appeared before him. The king was very fortunate to be able to associate with Narada, who enlightened him with spiritual knowledge. It is the duty of all saintly persons to follow in the footsteps of Narada Muni and travel all over the world to every country and village just to instruct illusion people, persons, about the goal of life and to save them from the entanglement of karma bandha, fruitive activity. Those who are interested only in a so-called beautiful life, namely remaining as a householder, entangled by sons and a wife, and searching after wealth, think that such things are life's ultimate goal. Such people simply wander in different types of bodies throughout this material existence without finding out the ultimate goal of life. Materialistic family life is herein being compared to a deep, dark well. Once having fallen into it, very difficult to come out. Almost impossible. Prabhupada is saying one may cry for help, but a sound may not go beyond. Why it is called a deep, dark well? Because the nature of this well is that one can go on falling and falling and falling and falling. There is no end to it. There is no end to it. And Srila Prahlad Maharaj explains that this well is Ananda Kupa. He further explains that this materialistic family life is not centered around Krishna because it triggers so many different kinds of illusions. And a person getting attached to these illusions gets bound. Where does the chase for money end? It never ends. Where do the security arrangements end? They never end. Where does the index of comfort and luxury end? It never ends. Therefore, it is compared to the deep dark well that one can just go on falling and falling and falling. Where is the end? There is no end. So that drive of self gratification gets centered around the drive for sense gratification gets centered around sensual enjoyment. Srila Prahlad Maharaj explains the nature of sex enjoyment. He says that atogriha kshetra sutapta vitte janasya moho yam aham nameti. That this drive for sense gratification gets very intensified. Self-centered, self-obsessed sense gratification gets very much intensified with sex life. So the activity of sense gratification in this way, as a result, what happens? Immediately it expands into attachment for home, land, children, money, friends, followers, griha, kshetra, sutra, apt, vittaya. And in this way, the illusion is perpetuated. The living entity's illusion is perpetuated. What are the ingredients of materialistic household life? Srila Sukadev Maharaj explains, Nitraya hriyate nattam vyavashena chapavaya divacharte hayarajan kutumba paranena va. Srila Sukadev Maharaj is explaining the key ingredients of the household life. And he says, this household life, what it does, Nidraya, Riyate Nattam, the night is spent either in sleep or in sex life. Vivajena Chavavaya. And the daytime is spent Vivacharte Hayarajan in earning money, procuring money. The whole daytime is spent in procuring money. Vivajena Chavavaya. Divacharte Hayarajan Kutumba Bharanenava, just to fill up one's household, just to fill up one's house. Fill up one's household. One keeps on. So whole life one keeps on filling up, filling up, filling up, filling up one's household. And one day one has himself or herself to quit. And things will remain. So it's like that. I remember when we were children. So in the family, we had throughout our life stayed on rentals, rental flats or something. Only when I joined the temple, father and mother, they built their house. Uh, till that time, we were always on rent. So now the point is, the so whenever they would have to change the flat, the big problem statement would be, the big problem statement would be to to how will that place fit all the itineraries we have, the furniture and the fittings and the itineraries, all what we have, will it fit in? And sometimes I remember father would spend days, he had an engineering mindset. So every itinerary he would draw their dimensions, and he would draw the room sizes and he would try to fit out an adjustment where, it's yeah. So optimizing, I mean, they say the optimizing the cost and the space, cost optimization, space utilization, all those algorithms you would apply, like that. So what is this? Kutumba Bharane. Nothing else. This is called as Kutumba Bharan. So whole daytime, whole life is spent in amassing wealth to fill up that household. In this way, the attachment for household life is very, very strong. Very, very strong. The nature of attachment for household life is very, very strong. Uh, One is so obsessed and attached to to the to the household, to the items in the family, or to the family members that actually Krishna consciousness is very simple. So the same kind of attachment which one may have towards one family members, the same attachment when channelizes towards Krishna, the path back to Godhead is clear. Nothing else is supposed to be done. The path back to Godhead is clear. Actually. The same kind of attachment one has to the spiritual master, same attachment one has, same kind of attachment one has to the Lord. Nothing can stop one's progressive journey back to God. And that is why His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Damodar Maharaj, one time he was requesting the devotees here, he was mentioning he was in Kharagpur, and he was telling that is why every Grahastha devotee should accept the deities of the Lord as one of their children, at least as one of their children. Should accept the deities of the Lord as one of their children. That's a Grihastha dharma. It is a Grihastha dharma. Why? Because there is infinite attachment for children. So at least one should accept the Lord also as one of the children. So uh, accept the Lord also as one of the children. Uh, Accept the Lord also as one of the children. And so we can accept the temple deities as our children. That happens, then our life will revolve around the temple. Just like person goes out anywhere, he's always thinking of the children. Similarly, you should think of the deities. Person goes out anywhere, he's bringing items for care for the children, like that. Anytime goes out, every time brings something, every time he's thinking of something, let me, supply this, supply that. The same attitude should be towards the deities. So we can accept the temple deities as our children. Then we will revolve around the temple to come and see their whereabouts. Every day we'll come and see. Every day we want to give something to the Lord. And we are planning for the future of the Lord. That this practice is very nice. This is all deity worship actually. So deity worship is not just the activity of doing round. The whole life is deity worship. The whole life can be deity worship. All one's activities, one is planning for the future of the Lord. Oh, now the birthday of the Lord is coming up. Let's celebrate it with me. So uh, now new place for the Lord has to be built up. You know, uh, uh, why should the Lord stay in a small cabin? Lord should stay in a big place. Very nice. So when children grow old, we have seen their parents they give them money to establish their own business setups, and they say, okay, my child has a business setup. They give them land for establishing their house, making their own house, like that. So they're setting up the business and all that. Similarly, we should also give a big place for the Lord to set up His business. The Lord is also a businessman. Lord's business is delivering the living entities. And Lord also needs office, big office. That's why I make big temples like that. So we can adopt the temple deities. as children, Now in 2 years' time, all of us are going to have more children. Now there are two very sweet little boys, and then there'll be four, I mean two more. Yes, 2027, 2027 February, Shri Radha Krishna are also coming up, like that. So, the spiritual progeny 2 years before also it's announced. So we can prepare. We can prepare. And children are about to be born, mothers are preparing dresses, and everybody's thinking what dress the child will be, and what name, and what all, and then beddings and cushions and all that. Same way we should prepare for the Lord. So, same way we should prepare for the Lord. And uh, so to center the life around the deities, the temple deities, is a very important fabric of Grihastha Dharma. Because if that is not done, the Andhukupam is going to act very strongly. The Andhukupam is going to act very strongly. So every day we should be thinking, what should I do for the Lord? What should I do for the future of the Lord, for the business of the Lord, for the lodging of the Lord, for the fooding of the Lord, for the dressing of the Lord. Just like people are interested in having more children, they have one child, they want one more child, like that. Similarly, we also, we have Nitai Gauranga and, Radha Krishna coming. Shri Radha Krishna is coming, 2027 February. That's a great mercy. That's a great mercy. So we should plan for their future. You know, what about their engagements? You know, uh, people are, what kind of people will come and meet them? A lot of people should come and meet them. They should take darshan. So you should plan out. So and I put efforts in that direction actually. So in that sense, now that is the only way by which we can be delivered from this. We can be delivered from this Andhapurva, and this is the very mission of the Lord, which is extolled by the acharyas and the saintly persons. Srila Prabhupada is explaining it is the duty and the dharma of the saintly persons to travel everywhere. What and to do what? What is the business? The business is to shake up. People have unfortunately got attached to this illusory, entangling network of household attachments, not coming out of it only, to shake them up, pull them out, to shake them up and pull them out, so that they can wake up to the reality of life, our eternal family, our eternal relationship, uh, our eternal relationship. It is madness to just go on feeding, to go on feeding the material, relationships. It is madness, it is very unfortunate actually. So similarly, this attachment to these household essential itineraries, which are simply based on expanding and intensifying the false ego, the consciousness of aham mahimeti, is a very great debilitating poison. Huh? Uh, so just imagine a mad lady who's become lunatic, and now she has children, but she's not, she doesn't have any sense of any taking care of the children, but she's having dolls and she's taking care of those dolls throughout the day. What an unfortunate scene it would be. She has children and she has no sense that she has to take care of children. So only a lunatic lady could behave in that way, in that sense. And just imagine a scene, like that. She's not taking care of the children, she's taking care of the dolls throughout the day, and so unfortunate. So that's, and so So when the same personality, the acharyas are seeing, attached householders, like that, the acharyas are also feeling like that okay, these people are bad. They're playing with dolls. No, it's much more unfortunate than that. They're playing with dolls, a lunatic. No, so this material world itself is a mental asylum. We have to get out of it. No, the only same place in this material world is the temple of the Lord. Therefore, life should be centered around the temple of the Supreme Lord, and that we should make as our home. That should be our home, and we should be rolling around, mentally, physically, and that can make our life fortunate. So, Srila Prahlad Maharaj is saying, Prahlad Maharaj also gives this example of the deep dark well. Evam janam nepatitam prabhavahi kupe कामानुया प्रपदन्त संघात कृत्वात्मसा सुरशीनं भवत्प्रतीतम् सोहम कथम न विसृजेत तव वृत्तस्य. And Srila Prahlad Maharaj is saying, "Oh Lord, I'm a demoniac blood, a demoniac body, demoniac blood flowing in my veins. I was fallen in a deep dark well full of snakes, never to get out. But you are great devotees. You are pure devotees. Narada Muni picked me up and made me like him. How can I leave service to such a great spiritual master?" So that to adopt the mission of the spiritual master is the way to get out of this. Srila Prahlad Maharaj has explained. Let's stop here for today. Do we have any questions? Hari Bol, Hari Krishna Prabhu. Hari Bol. So the question is how to balance between grahastha life and spiritual life. How to balance between grahastha life and spiritual life. So the answer to that is how to balance between grahastha life and spiritual life. So one thing we can observe in our in our lives that we we have a lot of momentum uh, towards furnishing household needs, household things. Already a lot of momentum is there. Lot of momentum is there. Too much momentum is there. Because too much attachment has been there. And now we come to Krishna consciousness, then we are understanding that one has to feed the spiritual dimension also. So therefore, the one good way of balance is what? So where there is excess, we cut down a bit on that. Where there is a starvation, we feed that. Which means what? That which means that a good balance can come when so which means that it is safe enough to focus enthusiastically towards the spiritual dimension. Because the material dimension already a lot of momentum is there. It will already keep going on. It won't suffer so much. Nothing to fear so much. But spiritual life, there is starvation. So one should try to do that more and more. And as the Acharyas explained that our heart should be hooked to the mission of the Lord, the temple services, the mission of preaching. No, the mission of the Lord as a spiritual master. Our heart is hooked to that. So our craving, our longing, our hankering, so heartily, the focus, the zoom is can be the temple and our household needs. That can be that. So on that ground, the Acharya says just do the needful and that is good enough. Just do the needful and that is good enough. So what is that verse? Just do the needful and that is good enough. Uh, was that verse that very simple? No, Kamasya Indriya Priti. Yeah. Yeah. Kamasya Indriya Priti. Labho Jivita Yavat. Jivasya Tattva Jigyasa. Nartho Chartha. Nartho. No Chartha. Nartho. Arthaya Karmati. So it says Kamasya Indriya Priti. So this attachment towards Kama, Indriya Priti is very strong actually. So by default, lot of momentum, lot of speed is there on that ground actually. So therefore, one should try to simplify one's household activity, like that, and engage one's energy. So where are we enthusiastic towards? It is very poisonous to be enthusiastic towards household. Okay, let us build a beautiful house. Hari bol. So that is going to be very dangerous. That's going to be very dangerous. All our human energy, decades and decades of energy is going to be spent on that. So, so the household is not enthusiastic. One can do the needful. Okay, okay, fine. It's like in Prahlad Maharaj's own life, it is explained that Prahlad Maharaj was eating and sleeping also, but his focus was not eating, sleeping. Some of the body was going on, so he would eat something to go on with the body a little bit, sometimes here and there. Sometimes he would sleep also here and there, like that. But his focus was service to Krishna. Enthusiasm was service to, and that is something which all of us should need to learn. That the household, but if the enthusiasm goes towards the household, let us do interior decoration of the household. Finish. No? Months and months, a lot of money will go away. Like so much energy will go away. Like that enthusiasm should be for Krishna. That like say for example, Janmashtami dress of Lord Krishna, how it will be, what will be the dress, what will be the design. Devotees spend weeks and weeks of meditation for. So you see, enthusiasm should be for Krishna, like that. Not for us. Oh, my shooting, my shooting, my clothing, Oh, that is anything is okay, anything is that is fine. Means uh, we can do the needful, minimum passing marks, like. So it's all about, okay, we can do the needful, so household life passing marks good enough, But Krishna consciousness, we should not satisfy, get satisfied with passing marks. One should plan for 100%, 90%, in total, So EX grade, like that, not the other way around. And just let me pass, let me just finish my 16 rounds somehow before midnight. No, that is passing marks, So one should aim for, uh, you know. So now, Ms. Hare, you are saying that life one should aim for passing marks. Yeah, because we have a lot of momentum in passing marks. If we aim for passing marks, still we will land up in an A grade or a B grade. But if we aim for EX, we are overdoing it. Like that. Because there is already so much of momentum and so much of mental attachment lurking in our hearts. If we aim for passing marks, still we will have an A grade performance for the household life. If we aim for A grade, it is going to be very detrimental in spiritual life like that. So better to aim for passing marks and also then also performance will be very good. Nothing to worry, nothing to fear. Next, okay. Sure, Mataji. So you're so some answers you got, Mataji? Okay. So sure, Mataji. So, mm, Sure, Manoj. We should just feel like you see there are so many ladies now, very intelligent ladies in the world now. They are working. Working ladies. So how do they manage? They cook also. For their children, their husband, and then they go for work. Like that. So we should also become a working lady, and we should do our household things. Try to do our household things, manage it very fast, and then go for work in the temple. For the service of the Lord. So I am also working. Like that, really working for Krishna. So we should try to do that. We should try to do that. It's possible to do that. So we should think. We should not think that okay, I am a what do you call it as what is that household? What do you call it? Homemaker lady. You should think that no, I'm a working professional, and no, so I'm working the best MNC, the best multinational, the best multinational company, yeah. So that is no, Lord Chaitanya Sankirtan no, mission, is it not? So we should feel like that, and therefore household things. So just like working ladies are able to manage. You see, the point is what that when we do not add that no importance, no, when we don't add it into our lives, then we never plan for it. So it's possible to work out, taking care of children, cooking for household, cleaning the house, husband, at the same time do a lot of services for Krishna. Only you have to add. That is why Bhakti Damodar Maharaj said, add Krishna as your children. So then you will see that, okay, you don't have two children, you have six children. With six children, then how, You see, our grandmothers, they used to do everything, six children, 10 children, they would take care of, like, and so that way. So one should have, so how working ladies are able to manage, professional ladies are able to manage, because they add that as a problem statement that, okay, this has to be done, it cannot be deprioritized. So now how do I manage everything? So when we start thinking and planning in that way, then things do fit in, like that. We should take inspiration from all working professional ladies. So everybody should think, I'm working professional, I'm working for Krishna. So working for Krishna, like that. In Australia, I have seen Mataji, ladies, carrying their children, on their, they tie something like that, and the child is there, and the child is facing the world. So child is very happy seeing different kind of people. People are very happy also seeing the child, and the mother is working on laptop throughout the day, you know, like that. And she's having meetings, she's giving presentations, people are seeing the child also, but then, like that, So, so yes, so that kind of spirit is essential actually. We should add, in the same spirit the Goswamis used to carry the deities of the Lord, in their chest, the same spirit of working and the same spirit of dedication. The Goswamis carry the deities in their chest, hanging in their chest and go all around, preaching, the mission of the. So, uh, so we should think, yes, I'm a working professional, I'm not a homemaker, then things will get managed. Okay, let's stop here for today. Raj and Bhagavatam ki, Jai Prabhupada ki, Jai Krishna.